This is Robert C. Baker, and this is Robert on Real Estate. In this episode, we're going to focus on rising mortgage interest rates and then take a brief look at local real estate market statistics. First, mortgage interest rates are on the rise. Today, the Federal Home Loan Mortgage Corporation, also known as Freddie Mac, released its primary mortgage market survey showing an interest rate of 3.02% for 30-year mortgages. That's quite a jump from 2.65%, which we saw mid-January. Historically, the 30-year mortgage rate has followed closely the 10-year Treasury yield. On February the 25th of 2021, we saw the 10-year Treasury yield at 1.518%, and we see continued flirting of the yield around 1.5. Bear in mind, in March of 2020, during the height of the pandemic, we saw the 10-year Treasury yield at 0.54%. Historically, there's been a 1.5 to a 2% spread between the 10-year Treasury yield and the 30-year mortgage rate. So about now, here the 1st of March, we'd expect the mortgage interest rate for a 30-year loan to be about 3%. In fact, as I mentioned before, that's exactly what Freddie Mac is reporting today at 3.02%. However, given the historic spread between the 10-year Treasury yield and the 30-year mortgage rate, we might expect a rate as high as 3.5% for the 30-year mortgage. Further, although there's a difference in survey methodology and the timing and release of reports, the Mortgage Bankers Association is predicting that we'll see a 30-year mortgage rate of 3.4% by the end of the year. So how does rising mortgage interest rates affect you if you're planning to buy a home? Well, rising mortgage interest rates increases the cost of home ownership, and you'll feel that cost in your pocketbook every single month. Bear in mind, there are a number of other important factors that will affect the mortgage interest rate that you have on your loan, and those include credit report, the amount of down payment, the term, 15 or 30 year, and the type of loan product that you choose. Mortgage interest rates are still very low, but keep in mind that experts are predicting that mortgage interest rates are on the rise. Let's just say that you're borrowing $200,000 and you've been quoted a 2.75% 30-year mortgage interest rate. Excluding taxes and insurance, that's a monthly payment of $816. However, if the interest rate goes up 1 percentage point and is now 3.75%, you'll be paying $110 more per month. So during the home buying process, keep your eye on mortgage interest rates. Second, real estate market statistics. Nationally and locally, they're playing the same old tune: low inventory, rising prices, basic market economics. Current active residential listings in the greater Chattanooga area are hovering just above 700 units, and that's down more than 60% from last year. Meanwhile, the median sales price in January of 2021 was $235,000, which is up 14.6% year over year. If you're wanting to buy a home in this very tight inventory situation, may I recommend my other video series? In Season 1, Episode 5 of Robert's 1/2 Minute Real Estate, I offer tips on how to get your offer accepted. Be sure to like this video and to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Robert C. Baker Realtor. This is Robert C. Baker, and this has been Robert on Real Estate.